that he has good comm skills. So I want to see. And as a secretary, I think this is deemed fit. Or we go to the normal law that I do for secretaries. I just want to change it. It looks like anytime they go out, they converse with each other. So I want to stick to their skills. So with your permission.
I think he can do that in 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, so the topic is you are against women empowerment. You are speaking against the topic or the motion set before us. Let's go.
The chair, the panel.
Wait,
the chairperson.
If you wish to stand, make gestures, you can.
Yes, please, I wish to stand.
Proceed.
The chairperson, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow opponents. My name is Isaac Jobo, the principal speaker against the motion, quote and unquote, women empowerment is not useful to the community. The chair, what do we mean by women empowerment? What we say women empowerment is basically teaching women how to be better in various skills. And the chair, the audience, I firmly stand against that. I believe that women do not need any empowerment in any skill because the same qualities that have been given to man, women also have it. So they do not have to be empowered again. I believe that it is a waste of resources and time. The chair, another point I would also raise is that there are multiple women who have made it in the tech space, for example. The chairperson of AMD, she is a woman. So if she is able to do it, then I believe that every other woman can do it.
Hot.
Thank you.
I think we have all seen and we can access on that.
Yeah, the chair, I did that because, people have come to lie to us on CVs. So I wanted to confirm.
Yes,
and thank you for the opportunity.
True. You may resume your seat.
Thank you.
I think I saw His Excellency Nathaniel's hand after Right Honorable. So,
Chairman, thank you very much. So,
you're welcome.
dear aspirants, I want to find out from you the name of the current finance minister in Ghana. What's the name?
The chair, the panel, the name of the current finance minister is Mr. The chair, the panel, I do not recall.
I believe I always say this is a house where we can learn from each other. So if you could educate us and the aspirants as well.
Thank you, Chairman. So the name of the current finance minister in Ghana here is Dr. Ato Forsen.
All right.
Thank you.
Honorable JC Clerk, I think you are next.
Dear aspirants, since you are the signatory for most of the accounts, if you are there and they bring you a document to sign, what do you do first?
The chair, the panel, I believe the first thing to do is to look through the document and verify the source of the document before I would attempt to sign it. Thank you.
All right, 3 more. Honorable Akwele, followed by Honorable Phyllis.
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. So please, my question to you. Looking at the systems that you are saying you're going to bring on board if you are being elected, how are you going to ensure that when your term is over, it wouldn't collapse?
Thank you so much. The chair, the panel. So looking at the systems that I am promising to deliver when I'm elected into office. So for example, when I take the third policy, which is the student grievance system, the best way to ensure that it's being run after is first to show it to the management of the school and host it on the local database or on their local servers so that the next general secretary who is being elected would be briefed on the system that has been built, which is being hosted on the school's server. So all he or she has to do is to go to that system and go through the features of that system and basically use it. Thank you.
His Excellency Need and Honorable Sandra.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Honorable aspirants, my question is very simple. So, say you go to the Dean of Student Affairs, and then she asks you to go to the cafeteria to buy her water. So, when you go, she's like, go to the cafeteria, buy me water. If you see Sobolo, buy 5. What are you bringing her?
The chair, the panel. Based on the question that she has asked, I believe that to go. Please, can you repeat the question again?
Go to the Go to the cafeteria to buy me a bottle of water. If you see Sobolo, buy 5.
The chair, the panel. Basically, if the Dean of Student Affairs tells me to go and get water, and if I see Sobolo, I should get her some, then I believe I would have to do that.
So
Thank
what
you.
are you bringing her?
I'm bringing her the water first. And if I come across Sobolo, I bring her that. If not, then I just bring her the water.
Mr. Chairman, the question is not well answered. He tried though. So you are going to get her 1 bottle of water. But if you see Sobolo, you get her 5 bottles of water. Because at the end, she only asked to buy water. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Honorable Sandra.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Dear aspirants, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what is the biggest challenge facing the SRC General Secretary's office today?
The chair, the panel, I would say that one of the biggest challenges of the Office of the General Secretary is that the Office of General Secretary is not well recognized across the students. I have had personal interactions with some of the students, and most of them, they don't really know what the General Secretary is doing for campus. All they know is that the General Secretary is keeping records and taking minutes of meetings. Thank you.
Okay, so were you aware that the Office of the General Secretary had a program for students on campus?
Yes, please.
Did you attend it?
I was there for a minute, but I had to leave to attend to matters.
Okay, so per what you said earlier, how would you solve that problem?
The chair, the panel, solving the problem of solving that problem is that the Office of the General Secretary is basically going to be more involved with the students, so that they actually see the General Secretary doing a lot of things, or they see the General Secretary involving directly into the affairs of the students.
How?
So the chair, the panel, stated in my policies, we can talk about the second policy, which is the peer-led tutorials. So introducing this peer-led tutorials initiative by the Office of the Secretary would show the students of GCTU that the General Secretary is actually directly involved into the affairs of the students.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Right, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I want your general assessment of the current SRC Secretary and what you will do differently when elected as General Secretary, and what legacy would you leave behind when elected as the SRC Secretary?
The chair, the panel, Personally, I would say that the current office of the General Secretary is average. And what I will do personally is with my policies, as I state again. So when they see you actually giving them peer-led tutorials, you see, most of the time they get intimidated when they are being taught by lecturers. They are not able to ask questions directly. So introducing these peer-led tutorials, or even introducing the students' grievances system, would actually show to them that the office of the General Secretary cares about the students of GCTU. Thank you. So the legacy I would leave, the chair, the panel, the legacy I would leave is that. So when I came into level 100, I had never heard of anything major the General Secretary had actually done. That was so massive, or that was so impactful into the students of GCTU. So what with the legacy I would leave is
Dear
especially
aspirant, have you heard of Kufuor scholars?
the chair, the panel, please. I didn't hear you clearly.
Have you heard of Kufuor scholars?
The chair, the panel, yes, please.
Okay, proceed with answering the question.
The chair, the panel, the legacy that I would leave is showing the students that with the policies that I brought, and when they are being implemented, they have seen that at least once in their whole years of GCTU, the General Secretary has actually been involved or has tried to help them directly into their affairs. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm actually concerned about the peer-led, what did you call it?
Tutorial.
Tutorial. Why? Because I have seen honorable aspirants here help students of such, and looking at results over here, I was actually expecting a student with a CGPA of at least way above first class, or 3.5. Yes, and he has been teaching students here. So I would like to know, is it that you didn't want to pass the exams, that's why you have this result? Or understand, and then you're able to teach, and you can't write the answers down in exams? Thank you very much.
They share the panel. I would answer directly by saying no, please.
Yes, I think all this while I'll keep raising it. And he said it's only policy. So can you share that with us?
Yes, please.
The chair, with your permission, I will humbly request that he has a seat. If it is this one. Permission.
So, honorable aspirants, you are saying no, you are not scared of the exams. So, what qualifies you to be teaching your colleagues when your GPA over here doesn't seem quite promising?
The only assurance I can give concerning that will be from the mouth of the chair, the panel. The only assurance I can give concerning that would be from the mouths of the students that I have taught. Thank you.
All right. Please, will that be all? Are there any submissions? No submissions. All right. So, honorable aspirant, as we have said, you would have to work on your policy statements and then submit it. Try and do that today before 5 p.m. Did you get a time? Is it too short?
Yes, please.
How many minutes do you want?
the chair the panel about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes.
Yes, please.
Let's make it 5:20 p.m.
Thank you.
You know where to submit it to.
The office of the Electoral Commission or to the secretary.
Send it to our official email.
Thank you.
All right. You may take your leave. Thank you for coming.
Mr. Chairman, a moment, please. So there's a tradition we have been doing from the beginning where students aspiring for positions that qualifies them to be a signatory on some account come towards you or approach the table to give their signatures. So I'd like that he does that right in front of you. Thank you very much.
As Right Honorable has said, I think the document we usually give them is not yet ready. So by the time he's done making all the necessary corrections on his policy statement, the document he is to sign would be ready. I believe we are all satisfied.
Yes. Yes, Chair. Thank you
Alright.
so much.
All right. So dear aspirants, kindly excuse us when you are done with the submission. We'll ask you to come back and then we continue. All
Chair the
right.
panel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
much.
The time was
So the question was, Honorable Secretary of the Judicial Council, you can be taking oath and be seated. The aspirant too has to hold a religious book. What is going on? Thank you.
Okay, so this is a declaration, not oath. That's why the aspirants are not holding Bible. Thank you.
Please, I'm Lawson Susan Anades, and I'm here to be vetted for the SRC General Secretary position.
Okay, dear aspirants, you are welcome.
Thank you, the Chair.
Before we proceed, I think you need to make a declaration. And to do that, the Honorable JC Clerk would help us.
So when I say I, then you mention your name. I.
Lawson Susan Anades.
Just clarify.
I'm lost.
Continue.
Is it? So when I say I, then you mention your name. I,
Lawson Susan Anades.
having submitted my nomination
To
contest for the office of
SRC General Secretary
in the 2026 SRC elections,
and the 2026 SRC election,
do solemnly declare that the information I have provided
is true,
and that I satisfy
the
the eligibility requirements
immunity requirement
under Article 37 of the SRC Constitution.
under Article 37 of the SRC Constitution.
I undertake to comply with the SRC Constitution, the Electoral Commission's regulations, and to conduct myself with honesty, integrity, and respect for the electoral process. I accept that any false declaration or breach of the Constitution may result in my disqualification. Thank you.
Thank you, God.
Dear aspirants, thank you for making that declaration, and I believe you know the weight that declaration carries.
Yes, please. The chair.
All right, I would like you to approach the desk halfway. You pause, hold on. You pause for 3 seconds, you turn, and then you return and take your stance. Do you understand? All right, proceed. Esteemed panelists, are we satisfied?
Yes.
Is item 1 satisfied?
Yes.
All right. Aspirant, you may sit.
Thank you, the chair.
To set the ball rolling for item 2, I think the Honorable JC Clerk has drawn my attention that she wouldn't like to forget her question. So she would start and then we take 4 more questions on item 2. So just 1 question each.
The chair, thank you for this opportunity. Our aspirants, before you take these forms, there are some requirements that you are supposed to check. Per the SRC Constitution, Article 37 give us some requirements. I want you to give me 3. Thank you.
Please, can you come again? The chair.
So, with the SRC Constitution, Article 37 gives us the eligibility of elections. So, I want to give you 3. Give me 3 of it. Thank you.
Okay, the chair of the panel, thank you for this question. So, the requirements include academic credibility, whereby you have to obtain at least 2nd class upper honors, as well as you don't owe any financial obligations, as well as no, like you have not been to the disciplinary committee for any absurd behavior or something like that. Thank you.
The chair, with your permission, I want to ask a follow-up.
Will the follow-up help educate us or proceed?
So I want to know that, do you qualify to be an aspirant?
The chair, the panel.
I need a
Yes.
yes or no answer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
His Excellency Nathaniel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With your permission, I proceed. Dear aspirant, which program are you reading?
Please, I'm offering BSc Computer Science.
Computer science. I can see you are a shark. So, is it the programs that we are running here in GCTU? It's being accredited by this institution. It's a commission, yeah. So I want you to help me know this commission in charge of giving accreditation to GCTU to run the programs that we are doing here.
Okay. Thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. Please, we have the Ghana Tertiary Education Center. That's the GTEC.
Can you give me the name?
Please, we have the GTEC, which is the Ghana Tertiary Education Center.
Chairman, with your permission, can I educate you? Okay, so you have tried. It's not a center, commission. Yeah. Thank you, Chairman.
I believe he gave you a clue when he was asking the question. He gave
Please,
you
sir.
a clue when he was asking the question. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, please. Yes.
All right.
Let's keep it.
Thank you, Chairman.
Right, Honorable Noah.
The chair, with your permission, can I proceed?
Proceed.
The same at them. In the student handbook, my question is simple. I want her to explain the vision and the mission in the student handbook.
The chair, the panel, thank you for this question. So the mission of the school is GCTU as a center of excellence by providing enabling environment for quality teaching services in information communication technology and a service to the community.
The chair, she has only answered one. I said
Yeah,
the mission
and
and
the
vision. The vision.
Okay. The vision is to be the best university in information communication technology.
The chair rightly put, but I think I have trust issues. But anyway, can I change the question?
Yes.
Because information reaching me from outside is that they are joining. The outside aspirants who are also joining. Yes, so a source from outside is telling me that she saw her joining.
Okay.
So I think I can change it with your permission.
Change the question.
We are sticking to the student handbook. This is a virgin question, so I want you to be her first. Now, this question is very simple. I want you to explain the structure in the student handbook, the structure of diploma and undergraduate degree. Yes, including the semesters and the credit hours. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. The chair, the panel. So with the diploma, those were 2 years, and the undergraduate, those were 4 years. Please, your question again.
Said you should tell me the total semesters and the total credit hours.
Okay, so with the undergraduate, the total credit hours for level 100 entry is 151 credit hours, and those with 4 years, which is which is 8 semesters for the undergraduate, and with the diploma, it also deals with 4 semesters, but the credit hours, it has skipped me a bit.
The chair, I think I'll give it to her. Thank
Okay.
you.
Honorable Phyllis.
The chair, the panel, my question to the honorable aspirant. Under what 3 circumstances would a member of the General Assembly need to vacate their seat?
Okay. Thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. So, and one, when the person is going for an election, he or she has to resign from the GA, which is probably a course rep position or academic committee chair position or any other portfolio at all in the GA. And 2, if he or she displays a bad behavior and is uncalled for, and maybe he or she has been given more than 3 warnings.
According to the Constitution, Article 21.
Please, can you come again with your question?
According to Article 21 of the GCTU SRC Constitution, under what 3 circumstances would a member of the General Assembly need to vacate their seat?
Okay, so 1, as I said, if the person is going for an election, he or she has to resign. 2, if the person is completing the school, as in graduates.
Okay, the chair, please, if I can educate.
Carry on.
All right. So, according to Article 21, Clause A, the circumstances under which a member of the General Assembly would vacate their seat is when the General Assembly is dissolved. Next, if a member of the General Assembly is absent twice in a row without writing to the office of the clerk of the General Assembly. Then lastly, if they are expelled when they have been found in contempt of the General Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you.
His Excellency, okay, Honorable Aquile.
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. Please, if I may ask the aspiring SRC secretary, the chair, may I go on, please?
Carry on.
Okay. So my question to you: how many core values does GCTU have according to the student handbook, and list 3 of them?
Thank you, the chair, the panel. So it has 5 core values. 1, please, it has skipped me a bit.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Aspirant Lawson Susanna. I'd like for you to take us through the registration process of a level 200 student in Ghana Communication Technology University and the repercussions charged when that student defaults.
Please, can you come again?
Take us through the registration process of a level 200 student in Ghana Communication Technology University and the repercussions charged when students default.
Okay, thank you for the question, the chair of the panel. Please, if I may ask, what registration are we doing? And is the person a diploma or undergraduate student?
Any at all? Yes, so it's a course registration.
Course registration?
Yes.
Okay. So please, the person has to perform all financial obligations before.
Address the chair in the panel.
Okay. The chair of the panel. Please, the person has to perform all financial obligations before he or she may be allowed to register for his or her courses. And if you are done with that, a link will be sent to you right after your payment. So you click the link, which is the SIP for Ghana Communication Technology portal, where if you go there, you see where you have to register your courses, where the written course registration, you press on it, you press on the course there, you register. After that, you print it. You print 2 copies. You take it to your faculty or the HOD, head of department. Then you sign both this, the stamp it for you with an official stamp. Then you take one and you leave one to the head of department or faculty. Thank you.
So what happens if a student fails to meet that financial obligation?
Please hold on. Dear aspirant, when you are asked to address the house before answering a question, your body posture should also address the house. So watch me before you answer the questions. Are we clear?
Thank you, the chair.
All right. His Excellency, proceed.
Thank you very much. Honorable Susanna, so what happens if a student fails to meet their financial obligations?
Okay. The chair of the panel, thank you for the question. So if the person fails to fulfill the obligation, he or she will not be allowed to write the exams, because if you haven't registered for your courses, you can't write the examination unless you go to the director of finance with a letter, the reason, and he or she, the director of finance, will take it to the authorities, discuss about it. If it's reasonable enough, they would write a letter for you to take it to the exams, or so that you'll be allowed to write the exams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Phyllis.
The chair, the panel, the chair, with your permission, I think honorable aspirant has brought some contraband into the hall, and I don't know if she has written answers on it. So please, if you could kindly examine it for us. Thank you.
Thank you, the chair, the panel.
Please, with your permission, then I would like to suggest that this is a matter that concerns every member of the panel. So if she can be seated for the conversation to occur,
So
for the
after
right
the
thing to be done.
discourse, then we come to the general.
The chair,
the
I
chair,
think
please.
this is
The
this
chair.
is having to do with more of gender because
chair.
a male came here and he just shared it and then you told us, but when you got to a female, you are doing discourse.
You are getting this all wrong.
The chair, no, please. Neutrality, integrity, and transparency is your motto.
Relax. Check the contents of the document presented to you and check what was projected earlier on.
Yes, the
Do
chair.
they
So in that case,
correspond?
if you want to raise that concern, I believe she can be seated
No.
for that concern to be raised because it
She's
was also
supposed to-
something
she's
I was going
supposed to
to
submit
mention.
it to our office.
Yes,
and here
the
lies
chair.
the case, the document is sort of different. So I need to find out first.
Yes, the chair, and I believe that that is why we have the chair for the aspirants. So please, if she may be seated,
No.
so that we have that discussion.
You see, communication,
The chair, please, I believe you are showing preferential treatment
I am not.
to the aspirants.
I am not. If you really observe how I run my house, you will know that I try to ensure that communication is very effective. So you notice when you ask a question and I notice that the aspirants can't answer, I try to interpret it. So I try to serve as the mediator or the middleman. I understand them from their point and then I give you the information. So we don't have to stress. I believe you understand. Thank you. So we'll proceed with the discourse, but kindly maintain decorum in the room.
Okay, so the chair. So then I believe that's the
Just
right
give me
thing.
2 minutes.
Yes.
The
so
chair, I don't
believe
think
the
you
right
gave her
thing-
permission to speak. Or
the
did
chair,
you?
please, just a submission. So I believe that if that was the
The chair,
case,
please, did you give her
the
permission
right
to
thing you
submit?
should have done was to let us know
The
that
chair,
you
did you
wanted
give her
a few
permission
minutes
to
to
lay
have a discourse
submission?
with the aspirants.
Please examine the document.
If the document,
The chair,
she's-
please, did you give him permission?
if the
The chair,
document,
did you give him permission?
if the document she's presenting is different, I believe
When you
we've had-
continue to interrupt me, you waste time. So stop interrupting me. I use the 2 minutes.
thought you
am
said
done,
you were
then
having
I'll
a
give you the
discourse.
No, the discourse wasn't between you and I. It's between the aspirants and I.
that we are not supposed to hear about.
I second. The chair, proceed.
We've had similar issues and we've dealt with it like
Similar and same are different. Equal and equivalent are different. Thank you.
last submission, please, with your permission. Please, with your permission. May I go ahead?
Submission first.
Thank you. So finally, if the documents that was previously sent is different from the one she has now, it is something that could easily have been clarified. We had a situation that happened about a day or two ago. In fact, so it was, in fact, the aspirants who comes in, it is also a sign of confidence and other matters that we are grading them on to let us know that, look, I have made a mistake. So this is the document that is being used for
So 5 questions. Honorable, sorry, right, Honorable Noad.
Yeah, I was
Honorable
saying
Phyllis.
that if this is what she sent, then she should still work on it. I see candidacy statement again in the first paragraph. That was what I was trying to raise your attention on. So I don't think there is any difference between the sublime and the ridiculous. Yeah, we can proceed.
First suggestion MP, which is 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I second. Thank you. The chair, with your permission, may I proceed? I wanted to know, to give me the names of the following people in this office. 1, the name of the current SRC secretary. 2, the Dean of Students Affairs. And then the last but not the least, the faculty you belong to, the name of the dean. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I would like to know what your general assessment of the current SRC secretary is. What you aim to do differently, and then the legacy you leave behind when elected.
So my assessment of the SRC General Secretary is actually 8. It's
Return to your seat after picking the pen and paper.
With the dean of students together with your president. So I just want a minute about what happened. About
Please
the
can-
meeting.
Please, can you come over? You're like,
So you had a meeting with the dean of students. So I want a minute about the meeting.
thank you.
Let's-
You may sit.
The chair, with your permission, I would like to ask a follow-up.
Would a follow-up enlighten us, or it will take us deeper?
Kind of deeper.
Right now, I think because of the time constraint, let's do the enlightenment and education. Then from there, Honorable Sandra can take the floor.
I second.
So the education.
Okay, so I want to know whether it's because of the time or that's all that you have for us. Sorry?
No. Thank you for the presentation, the panel. Please, it was because of the time.
Because of the time. So what's the first thing you're supposed to do when you're writing a minute?
Okay, so actually, since it was an internal meeting by the president, and I'll first write the school's name, which is Ghana Communication Technology University. I'll also write the attendance, the date, the time, and also write the agenda on board. After that, I go on with the signatories and
The chair, I think I'm okay. Thank you.
All right, Honorable Sandra.
Thank you, the chair. With your permission, I would like to ask a question.
Proceed.
So, dear aspirants, tell us about a time you had a multiple deadline and also pressure. Yes, tell us about a time you had pressure and multiple deadlines.
thank you, the chair, the panel. And please, if I may ask.
I'm saying that. Did you hear my question?
Okay.
The question was, tell us about a time you had pressure work, and also multiple deadlines.
Okay, thank you, the chair, the panel. So, I recently, which was within last 2 weeks, I had several assignments to submit, which was during the week, and also had a midterm. So it was like 3 assignments as well as 2 midterms. So with the pressure, I was able to handle the pressure because I was handling it bit by bit, step by step, like one at a time. And it got to a time, it was like time was almost beating me up. So I have to delegate. I had to delegate it to a friend to help me with the assignment. And I had to focus on other. Thank you.
The chair, the panel. Thank you, the chair. So this is a follow-up based on our Honorable SRC Secretary's question. The chair. There are several issues with our honorable aspirant submission. Because first thing, you have essentially admitted to cheating and plagiarism on live record. Next, if elected as the SRC secretary, you would have several more taxing and important duties that you would need to juggle. At the same time, with your school activities. So, for instance, some of our esteemed panel members have mid-semester assignments and assignments as well that needs to be done while still executing duties as panel members. So in such a situation, you have a meeting with your SRC president, and you also have a mid-semester exam that is 50% of your grade. And in fact, that course is such a difficult course that if you don't do that mid-semester assignments, you have essentially failed at your final exam. What are you going to do?
Thank you, the chair, the panel. So pertaining to what our honorable said, I would, if elected, there's going to be an appointment of the vice secretary, whereby the person will help me with some of my duties. So I'm going to delegate the vice secretary to go for the meeting with the president and also deal with my midterm, because if I feel it's a whole lot.
The chair, with your permission. Now, here is the case where your vice secretary is indisposed. What are you going to do? And the role that you need to fill is only one that you can step in for and cannot be delegated.
Thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. So in that case, I would be left with two choices, whereby one, I write to the lecturer that I can't make it and give him the reason why I can't make it to the midterm. If he can pardon me and give me another chance to do the midterm, as well as the second option is to also write to the president if and only if the meeting can be postponed or I can be out of the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, so here is the case where you have been distinguished, you and your president. You are going to meet, in fact, the highest president, the highest individual of the land, His Excellency, the President of Ghana. And at the same time, you have a lecturer who says, please, I really don't care whether or not you are going to the moon. And so no matter what it is, if you don't take the exam, you are essentially failing my class. And you know that there has been a precedent where anyone who does not take his class, even if they were an SRC president, because of their duties, has failed. What are you going to do?
Thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. So since both duties are equally important, I would seek advice from the.
You have sought advice, make a decision.
Thank you for the question, the chair, the house.
Should I give you 5
panel?
seconds to think about it?
I think
so.
during the course of asking your question and two other follow-up, she had a time to think about it. I don't think she's ready to answer the question, or I don't think she has the right answer. We must proceed. Yes, His Excellency need.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, permit me to help or assist the aspirant in redeeming herself with regards to the plagiarism Honorable Phyllis was talking about.
I think after that, then we can tackle item 3, and then the previous aspirant is ready, so we handle that and then
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you are given, you are delegated a work to prepare a speech for the SRC president, and he has asked you to cite some people in the document, what tools do you use?
Please, can you come again?
You have been asked to cite some people in the document. What tools do you use?
What tools do I use
Yes.
in writing the speech?
Yes.
Please, one. So, one.
Dear aspirant,
Okay.
I think I told you to face me before you answer.
Thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. Okay, so I'm going to use the Word document to write the speech. If I'm getting your question right.
Well, yes, indeed, you are going to use a Word document. But then, how do you cite in that Word document?
I'm not getting it right.
I think I've given her that opportunity. So basically, there is a tool called Mendeley that can be used to reference in a document. Mr. Chairman, I actually have a question on other matters.
Okay, so after you, then Right Honorable Michael, and then that will be all. No extension.
Thank you very much. So, aspirant, say you are booking a flight from Accra to London, and the departing time is 8 a.m. in Accra. The flight time is 6 hours, meaning you'll be getting to London at 2 p.m., right? Yes. If you are to depart from London at a time of, let's say, 3 p.m., London at 3 p.m., what time do you get to Accra if the same flight time is used?
Okay, thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. So please, I was like, you're not clear for me, so I don't know if you can come again.
Okay, so you booked a flight from Accra, a round trip, so from Accra to London and back. So you left Accra at 8 a.m., meaning you arrived at London at 2 p.m. because the flight time is 6 hours. Using that same flight time, you left London at 3 p.m. What time will you arrive in Accra?
Okay, thank you for the question, the chair, the panel. So since the flight is taking 6 hours.
Watch me.
Sorry. So please, since the flight is taking 6 hours, then 3 plus 6 will be 9, which means you get to Accra 9 p.m. if I got the question right.
Mr. Chairman, she forgot that London is 1 hour ahead of Accra, which means you'd arrive in Accra at 10 p.m., not 9. Thank you very much.
Actually, my
Right Honorable Michael, the floor is yours.
Yes, so thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable aspirants, have you ever sent a mail to anyone before or to anywhere?
Yes, please.
All right, so before you compose your mail, there is a portion which is labeled 2, TO. Beneath that, you see CC, and then beneath that again, you see subject before the space to compose your mail. So what does the 2 stand for? The CC and then the subject. What do they all stand for?
Thank you, the chair, the panel. So for the 2 means the email you are sending it to. So let's take it that I'm sending it to the SRC election commission office. That's where I'm going to put their email. And the CC is copy. You are copying. Let's take it that I'm sending my resignation to the EC's office, as well as copying the Judicial Council. So that is where I'm going to put the Judicial Council, the CC. And the subject is, let's take it that, okay, I'm sending a resignation letter. So I'm going to write a resignation letter from Lawson Susanna Nadas.
I believe that will be all. And addressing or tackling item 3, dear aspirants, I think there are some mistakes and errors you would have to correct. Are you aware of those? I mean, concerning your policy statement. Are you aware there are some errors in there?
The chair, the panel, please, I want you to enlighten me more about.
All right, to do that, I'll ask you some few questions. Do you know who a candidate is?
Okay, I get it.
Do you know who an aspirant is?
Yes.
So right now, which of them are you?
Please, I'm an aspirant.
All right, so I think you now have enlightenment on the errors in there. Okay, so
Yes.
you take leave of us and then try and submit the corrected version at 6:22 p.m. right now. Then you come back and complete your vetting process. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
Please, any more submissions from our distinguished panelists? Yes, Right Honorable Noah.
I just want to tell our aspirants that she should be quick on it. I would advise her to be very quick on it and come so that we can all leave here safely. I thought which school did you go to? Your alma mater is what?
Soon present.
Light and service.
Salmo.
I can't hear you. Light and service.
Salmo too.
Go and please work on it. Okay. We'll be waiting for you. Thank you.
All right, you may
Thank
take leave
you.
of us.
Thank you, the chair, the panel.
the needful. Thank you.
The chair the panel, the policy I will prioritize is this peer-led tutorials. Thank you.
Asked how you do it.
No, please.
Why?
Because the peer-led tutorials is going to help them in the long run.
So you want me to leave the comfort of my home and come and teach somebody, use my energy, my time, my transportation, and not get any incentive? Is that what you are saying?
The chair the panel, what I would say is that this career-led policy is going to be volunteers. So we are not going to force you to do it, and it's not a job that you are going.
I didn't ask if you are going to pay
do.
them. I asked if you are going to give incentives. Do you know what incentives are?
Yes, the chair the panel. Yes, please.
Okay. So answer the question. Why won't you give them incentives?
The chair the panel, because I am going to tell them upfront that they are volunteering for it.
So if you have no one volunteering, how are you going to implement that policy? Will you take it up on yourself to teach all the courses?
With your permission, the reason why I'm
Granted.
saying that is, it looks more like we will start teaching you, and when we get the positions, the classes has ended. That is what I wanted to scrutinize out of their policy. I wouldn't mention him, but last year, an executive officer also offered me tutorship classes on Python. We were at the middle phase, and then he won election. When I contacted him, that said, it's left with the second class. He said, I'm busy. I have to meet the dean. You see, I'll come. Up to date, I'm still at the basic level of Python. And I've even forgotten how to launch my notebook as we speak. So I've scrutinized it, and most of your policies look like when you get the position, if it's not time and volunteerism, you won't make it. So that is why I want you to redeem yourself well. So the chair, if he's unable to redeem himself, I think we'll go by our assessment first by him, and the panels too can also ask the follow-up based on this and whatever you are seeing now. And then we can do our assessment, or we can disqualify him. Thank you.
I think we can proceed from here, right? All right.
Please, if you were to assess yourself, have you heard of Achia Mentorship Club?
The chair the panel. Yes, please.
Do you know that he's also doing this ambition?
The chair the panel. Yes, please.
And you've liaisoned with him too?
The chair the panel. I have worked with him before. Yes, so we have had discussions on that before.
The chair, the reason why I'm saying this is that on the business campus too, there is somebody who is doing same.
Oh, okay.
And his name and the club is called Achia Mentorship Club.
Okay.
Recently, they've merged with the entrepreneurship club and it has turned into Nexus.
Okay.
That is why I wanted to know. And per the information is given, means that truly he is working with departments, because this is at the Abeka campus. So with the answer that you have given me, out of 20, which mark will you give to yourself? Respectfully.
The chair the panel. Genuinely, the mark I'll give myself is 12 over 20.
The chair, the panel, the ball is in your court. Once it's not below 10, I think personal assessment is telling you that he will try some and you will leave some when you assume office. So those you are tutoring, keep telling them that when I assume office, when they call you, you won't pick because of the 12. I thought if you accept 20 means when you assume office, you still come back and remember your roots. But we know you people. You are not the first. Python, I can't even launch my notebook. And I'm speaking in a state of melancholy. I'm very sad because this is a really pressing matter. That I'm a level 400 student and my Python class ended at print hello. Thank you.
I believe we can all tackle item 3 from here. And there was one item left. There's a paper here. I'll need you to come in, append your signature. I want to see how beautiful it is.
The chair, the panel, please, I'm not signing it. Because the chair, the panel, the piece of paper clearly states that I am
I don't need
withdrawing
the
my
content of the
aspiration for
paper,
my
I just need your
SRC.
signature.
The chair, the panel, I am not going to sign it.
Panelists, should we disqualify him because he's refusing to give me something I need so that we can proceed with the vetting?
Yes, I
The chair,
second.
yes. I also second.
Because you can't disrespect the house. It's something that everybody signs before they leave here. So are you trying to tell us that you are wise enough? Even right from the word go, I told you let's disqualify this guy. So I don't even know why we are wasting time on this.
Because the contents
I
of
didn't need the content.
Chair, did you even give him permission to speak?
No, I didn't. So why did you speak?
the chair, the panel, I apologize.
I still didn't give you permission to speak. I need your signature. Speak.
The chair, the panel, I can't sign this.
All right, resume your seat. But please, my drink back. I didn't even ask you to touch my drink. Can you touch my drink? My pen. Thank you. I believe we have all made our assessments, and it will be very right if we decide to do what we said we will do.
Yes.
All right. So on that note, any further submissions? No further submissions.
The chair, before he leaves, we will end with our famous motto.
Okay.
Pray, cock, and
Strive to move forward.
so
I
the
think we
way-
can do it again.
Yes.
The vigor and vehemence
Yeah.
is there.
It's our school motto. Pray, cock, and
Strive to move forward.
yes. As you can see, the push is forward. The chair, with your permission, he can strive and move forward.
Permission granted. You may go and push.
The chair, the panel, thank you.
Good evening, the chair, the panel.
Good evening. You're welcome once again.
Thank
I
you. the
believe you
chair.
have done the needful.
Yes, please.
Sit. Sit.
Thank you.
Right, Honorable? Are we ready to proceed? All right, then I think the floor is yours.
The chair, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, aspirants, how are you?
Hi, Right Honorable. Please, I'm good.
Did you get permission from the chair before you answered me?
Sorry, please. The chair, the panel. Right Honorable, please, I'm good. Yes, sir.
Very good. The chair, I want the aspirant to know that her voice does not seduce me. So she should be audible enough because all panelists here are
Yes,
listening.
I also don't understand why you are holding the mic and we still can't hear you.
Yes. It's because of you we bought the batteries. So utilize the batteries well. I said, how are you?
The chair, the panel. Yeah, Right Honorable, please, I'm good.
Lights and service.
That's our motto.
Light and service.
That's our motto.
Very good. Since the light is your motto, God's light is shining upon you in Matthew chapter 5. So, what the chair is trying to do is, we are giving you the chance to redeem yourself of your policy statements because we know that sometimes the policy statements are not you. Okay? And you've rectified it. Anytime people rectify their policy statements, it is deemed that when they go outside, they gain help. But I've read through it. So everything that I'll ask you, you have to confirm whether it's yours because I have a lot of policy statements in front of me. So your policy statements, you've outlined an ambitious agenda covering events. True or false? In your policy statement, you've outlined activities. The chair, I want the PRO to project where she says I'm telling lies so that we can proceed.
All right.
An agenda, ambitious agenda covering events. True or false?
The chair, the panel. True.
Good. Entrepreneurship, student welfare, cultural diversity, sports, and collaboration with the administration. True or false?
The chair, the panel.
Eh.
You have listed in
Please,
your CV
show
effective
it.
communication.
For
How are
my
you
CV.
communicating effectively
Oh, I
whilst
thought
answering
from
the
there.
question?
No, this is not your CV. Oh. He's trying to say that the skills in your CV is not showing in the answers you are giving me. We are on your policies. Do you get it now? Uh-huh.
Be audible enough. That's
So,
characteristics of effective communication.
yes.
Thank
So,
you, the chair, the
all
panel.
I want to ask you is that provide me with concrete examples of one of those specific program initiative. I don't see any program. For instance, no, I won't say it. So provide me with a concrete example of such programs that ambitious agenda covering events, entrepreneurship. I want that example of that program. Is it going to be those normal seminars? You just give me a concrete example of it.
The chair, the panel, please. I'm not getting the question well.
The chair, permit me to go over the question.
No. You stated active listening. I believe you should have heard what he said. As
It's
a
your
skill.
skill.
Yes, yes.
So please, the chair, you permit me to go
Permission
over the
granted.
question. And please, I want you to know that as your skill, you said active listening. So please abide by that. Because the PRO did not give me, or the EC did not send me with adequate water, so I can't be going over it again. Thank you. Now, I said, you've outlined an ambitious agenda. You said you will cover events, entrepreneurship, student welfare, cultural diversity. You, even in a nutshell, you are collaborating with administration. And I said, just give me a concrete example of just that specific program that you want to do. And I will see that, oh, maybe it is true or not. Now, if you can't give me that example, we are trying to deem fit that this policy is not yours because it's just your rules and you'll be disqualified, unfortunately. So take this and answer me.
Okay. Thank you, the chair, the panel. So the program I would want to bring out, which will cover, if I'm to get the question right, if to get the question right, the program I'll bring out to cover all this stated attributes in my policy statement is I'm going to normally the SRC have a week celebration where we have events going on throughout the week. So I'm going to seek permission, if elected as a secretary, from the president and the other executive council or executive officers to bring in a program to cover the attributes. So I'm going to
Program? Which program? Eh? Oh, I'm
So
going to
I'm
do a
go-
church service, wedding service. I will give birth when I'm elected, so I'll do a naming ceremony which will cover all what I've stated. It's simple. That is a program. Please, let's be specific here.
Okay, so as I said, I'm going to plead with the other executive
You have
officers.
pleaded. We have given you
Yes.
the permission. What's the
So
program?
the program
Honorable
is going
aspirant, are you indecisive of your answer?
no, please.
Then give us something concrete. Proceed.
Thank you, the chair, the panel. So I'm going to bring out a program called Please, can you give me 5 seconds to think about it? I have it, but
No.
it has skipped me a bit.
The
I
chair,
can't.
now you see why I hate on policies.
Yes.
When I'm bringing a program, I'm giving you an example. And permit me, if I get the chance, no. If I don't, then we give it back to her. For instance, our able secretary, I don't know whether she's here with us or not. Our secretary situated that she would do a program. She knew that SRC week would be there or not. But in collaboration with the SRC executive, she didn't do it on her own will. There was a career fair objective that was teaching us all those things that covered whatever she said she would tailor. Now you've written big grammars, you tailor this, you tailor interdepartmental. The chair, it's as if they feel that we have limited skills in English language. And they come here and they speak the English on us. I just want an example of the program. And you have to think 5 seconds. Actually, with your permission, this girl can walk out. But you keep pleading on her behalf. I don't know why she's still here. Oh, let's not waste time on this. There are people outside.
The chair the panel. I'm actually sorry. Actually, when I thought of it, right honorable was already talking.
When we speak, do you hear us?
Yes, please.
I am not hearing whatever you are saying. The mic is even closer to your mouth than mine is to my mouth.
Okay. So the chair the panel. Please, as I was saying, I was about saying it then.
I don't think you were about saying, because if you were about
Yes,
saying, you would have
Yes.
said it.
This girl, she
hours
talk.
ago.
Say it. Don't about say. The chair, you give her the chance to say
So
it.
she should say it.
Yes,
Okay,
say
say
it.
it.
Just say it and tell us about it.
Okay. Thank you, the chair the panel. So I was also bringing up another career fair program, as well as partner with other companies or the executive officers to also bring a hackathon on board for a particular day or something.
Or something. That means you are indecisive. Very, very indecisive. Meanwhile, in your CV stays decision making. Why are you indecisive? Would you like a chance to redeem yourself?
Yes.
You've
please,
served as a class rep from what period, or what is the duration?
please, with the university from level 100 to 300.
What challenges did you encounter, and how did you solve them?
Okay. Thank you, the chair, the panel. So, I had one challenge, which is submitting report on time. So I had to. So with that, because I have to make it more official, I take my time a bit. So it takes like roughly a day before I bring out.
But you
the
stated time management. How
Yes.
didn't you manage your time so that doesn't affect you?
Yes.
Chair, I think
That is
we are
what.
getting everything wrong. Who did the CV? Are you the one who did your CV?
Yes, please.
The chair, there is one interesting thing in the CV. When you get to French, there is a saying intermediate. Honorable Phyllis, can you take charge of the intermediate French for us? Because I am a professional French student, but I don't do intermediate level. So I want to give it to the only intermediate person among us. Thank you.
So the chair of
Salut,
panel.
What are you
Salut,
coming to
salut.
say?
Okay, so
Allow our honorable to speak.
The chair of the panel, merci pour l'opportunité. Honorable aspirant. Bon, tu comprends tout ce qu'ils sont en train de te demander?
The chair, as you can
So
see,
the
if I gave her professional French, this
The
is
chair
intermediate. This is intermediate. My, even you can't hear the words. 1-1. This is the basic of French. And you can't answer this basic.
So
Your CV is a reflection of you. I'm dark. The CV come, I'm dark. It's simple. Don't relax on your CV. It's you. This simple French. Class 3. Ho.
I believe she said something. I think you can reply.
okay, so the chair the panel. I just want to make a little statement.
No,
about
I
it.
want the reply.
Okay, so the chair the panel, please, honorable, like, can you speak?
Bon, la question que
in-
je suis en train de me demander, demande ça en français.
I believe I understood what she said. She's asking why are you demanding her to repeat what she said? Yes or yes? Yes.
Non,
So
non, attends, s'il vous plaît. Je veux répéter.
No. The chair was referring to my question, not her question. Please, let's be guided. The chair, I'm sure you were referring to my question.
yes, I was.
Yes. Mademoiselle. Allez, allez.
All right, back to business.
The chair, the panel, merci pour l'opportunité. Bon, to the honorable aspirant, je vais vous demander, la question que tu viens de me demander, demande ça en français. Tu comprends ce que je dis? Ok. Je vais baisser. Je vais parler lentement. Je vais parler lentement. La question que tu veux demander, demande en français.
Mademoiselle, elle, ce n'est pas français. Elle, ce n'est pas français. Oui?
No,
You are challenging me.
I'm not challenging you. You see, where I learned my French from, was like the tonation and the way they speak.
So you are saying
Okay,
you speak a
okay,
different
okay.
variance
Maybe
of
she
French.
did hers in Togo like I did. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Okay,
Mademoiselle,
so,
qu'est-ce que vous faites?
okay, should I?
Answer in French. Qu'est-ce que vous faites means, madame, what are you doing? Eh? S'il vous plaît, ce n'est pas encore. Oh, the chair, I think due to time, I have a suggestion for her.
Proceed.
What? Excusez-moi. Let me come back to English, since that is the only language she can understand. I'm favoring you. I mostly don't speak English for long. Please, when we talk of policy statements, it's something that your ideal office should be remembered of. So the programs is what I just stated. This our previous, no. Our current secretary was always trying to link departments together, and they asked her how. I thought it was one of the promises, and it was delivered. Not in the SRC week, it was something together with the SRC. So she didn't do it on her own will. You can never do it on your own will. Where will you get the funding from? But she did it. I'm sure you know of the career development. And before that, other initiatives that she has done. So things like that, things reachable and achievable. Then when it comes to your CV must reflect yourself. You get it? If you're French, you are written fluent, then I think Madame would have not done it, because Madame's English is too basic for me. I would have brought you to the professional world. But I considered you for intermediate. So if you think your French is JHS, don't even try and write it at all. Because there may be times where your CV may disgrace you. You said you are active listener, decision making, public speaking, all those things have been assessed, and I think next time you should read your CV out and ask yourself, I'm to prove myself. Now, the chair, without much ado, I think our aspirant has been assessed. If our panelists can testify, so we can just continue so that the next person comes in.
I believe you heard the advice from Right Honorable.
Yes, please.
Your CV is something you would like to discuss when you appear for an exam. You get it? So if you are not comfortable speaking about anything in there, make sure you take it out before you submit it for the exam. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
In light of that, if you are to score yourself on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being the least and 5 being the highest, what would you rate your current policy statement?
Thank you, the chair the panel. So I would rate myself a 2.5.
You rate your policy statement a 2.5. I believe that's average, right? Right in the middle. All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for acknowledging our invite. You would hear from us.
Thank you to the chair the panel.
Of the SRC Public Relations Officer.
Distinguished panelists, please did we hear her? We heard her. All right. You're welcome once again. And before we proceed, I would need you to make a declaration or take a declaration. And to do that, our Honorable JC Clerk would help us with that. Honorable JC Clerk.
When I say I, then you mention your name. I,
Josephine Dosa.
having submitted my nomination
Having submitted my nomination
to contest for the office of
SRC PRO, Public Relations Officer,
in the 2026 SRC election,
in the 2026 SRC election,
do solemnly declare that the information I have provided is true and that I satisfy the eligibility requirements under Article 37 of the SRC Constitution. I undertake to comply with the SRC Constitution.
Please come again.
I undertake to comply with the SRC Constitution,
I undertake to comply with the SRC Constitution,
the Electoral Commission's regulation, and to conduct myself with honesty, integrity, and respect for the electoral process. I accept that any false declaration or breach of the Constitution may result in my disqualification.
Thank you, Honorable JC Clerk.
Welcome.
I believe we would have to administer an exercise so we can all have item 1 checked. Honorable aspirant, kindly approach the desk halfway. You pause for 3 seconds, you turn, you return, and then you can take a seat. Did you understand what I said?
The chair, the panel, yes, please, I understand.
All right, then you may proceed. I believe item 1 is checked. So we proceed to item 2. Let's put a cap of 5 questions on that. Who is setting the ball rolling? Right, Honorable Noad.
The chair, thank you once again.
You're welcome.
My research shows that you are a student of Infante Man Girls. I think your motto is Obrane what? Obrane Warabo. So when I say that, then what do you say? When I say that, then how do you respond?
The chair, the panel, you start with Infantiman Girls, then you respond with the Hub of Creativity.
Yeah.
Then you mention Infantiman Girls, then Obrane Warabo.
Wow, it's too long. Let us continue. I thought yours was like we that were in DNC. When we say that, we say our own in return. So let's continue. Now, according to the student handbook, I want you to spell out the mission and vision of Ghana Communication Technology. And I'm saying that because you're a PR. And when it comes to the Constitution, simply put, I want you to tell me your functions and the article of which it can be found in the Constitution. Thank you.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question, Right Honorable. So I would begin with the Constitution. The article under which the functions of the SRC Public Relations Officer is found under Article 32. And the functions of the SRC Public Relations Officer are as follows. First of all, the SRC PRO is supposed to package all information with the Executive Council. Just 3, okay, please. Information in collaboration with the Executive Council, package all information and communicate that information to the students. Secondly, the SRC Public Relations Officer is responsible to receive all visitors
on behalf of the SRC and attend to all their needs. And also the SRC PRO is repository of all the dates and events of the SRC. And when it comes to the
Please,
student
which is
handbook,
in which article, please? Article
Article 32.
Article 32. Are you sure it's Article 32?
Yes, please. Article 32.
Okay. The chair, I think the JC is here for us to proofread on that. But the functions, I'll give it to you, but it's the article I'm interested. You know, people are alive and we have to also educate the public on that. So at least that one, we won't let that one slide. The JC, is it true?
The chair, I would like Right Honorable to repeat the question again. Article of what?
I believe what Right Honorable is trying to say is we have come to a juncture where the issue lies within your jurisdiction. So he wants to find out where the functions of the public relations officer of the Student Representative Council is spelled out in the SRC Constitution.
So the role of the SRC PRO is found in Article 32. Thank you.
Thank you. So then we move to the handbook question, the mission and vision.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much. So the vision of Ghana Communication Technology University is to be a world-class university in information communication technology. And the mission of Ghana Communication Technology University is to be a center of academic excellence while providing an enhancing environment for research.
The chair, she's right. Dinner is served.
Who is next? Or should we proceed to the next items? His Excellency.
Chairman, thank you very much for the opportunity to ask my question. Dear aspirant, so when you take the student handbook, there is a provision there that talks about the core values of the school. So kindly give me at least 3. Yeah, the core values.
The chair of the panel, thank you very much for the question, His Excellency. So the core values of the university, we have integrity, excellence, and the chair of the panel, I think that's what I can mention for now. I'm sorry.
I believe this is a platform for education.
Yes, Chairman. To your permission, I proceed to educate and the members here also, honorable members here also. So with the core values, we have the excellence, student-centered, academic freedom, innovation, and integrity, which she gave us 2. So I'll score here. At least she tried.
Honorable Phyllis.
Thank you, the chair, the panel. So my question to the honorable aspirant. You have been elected into office and you are working alongside your other elected SRC executives. Now, there was a mandate that you and your executives acted on and you signed on in alignment with the Constitution that gives you the right to make such a decision. However, the students' body does not agree. For instance, you took out a loan in accordance with the Constitution, and now the students' body is against the decision that you have made. Now, the directive that comes from them, their lawyers serve you, and they tell you that the assets that you have, each one of you needs to make contribution to pay back that loan. Based on the Constitution, what would your next steps be?
The chair, the panel, thank you for the question. So, to my best knowledge and according to the Constitution, under no circumstance shall any of the SRC executives or anyone take a loan on behalf or for the SRC. Therefore, I believe that if elected into office, we would work with the Constitution and ensure that we do not take any loan. Thank you.
Thank you. A second question. So now here is the case where you didn't take a loan, but you were acting rightfully in alignment with the Constitution, and you have been served, and you need to pay back. And so, what are you going to do next?
The chair, the panel, please. Your question, is it coming with the same preamble you gave earlier?
Yes. So once again, you have executed your duties lawfully in alignment with the Constitution, and you and your executives have made a decision. And now the students' body is against the decision that you are making, and you are being asked to pay back in monetary terms. What would be your next steps?
Thank you very much, Honorable. The chair, the panel. If elected and the executive officers or executive council take the decision to undertake whatever projects that money has been taken for, and we are asked to pay back in monetary terms, first of all, I'll consult with the executive council to speak to the Office of Dean of Student Affairs to find the best way possible to, first of all, calm down the students and explain to them why such decisions were made. Thank you.
Okay, but they don't want to understand. What provision has been made in your Constitution for that?
The chair, the panel, at this moment, I do not know the exact provision made for this. Therefore, I cannot answer the question.
I
Thank you.
believe
All
some
right, thank you.
education is in order.
Thank you, the chair. So, in line with Article 98, that states indemnity, the members of the General Assembly, Executive Council, and other committees are going to be indemnified out of the assets and funds of the SRC, especially if they were acting lawfully in the lawful execution of their duties, and so they cannot come to you directly and ask you to pay those funds out of your pocket. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Honorable JC Secretary, over to you.
Okay, so my question is, with Article 4, it states the defendants of the SRC Constitution. So I'm asking, who can defend the SRC Constitution?
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question. According to Article 4, the person or individual who can defend the SRC Constitution is the judicial chair.
Sorry? Come again.
Okay, so the individual who can defend the SRC constitution is the Judicial Council or the Judicial Chair.
The chair, I'm not satisfied with the answer. Will you like to come again?
No, please.
So, with the SRC constitution, it's not only the Judicial Council who can defend it, all students can defend it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other question? Okay, Honorable, sorry, His Excellency Ni.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Dear aspirants, so students on GCT are complaining about their GPA. You've been to the faculties to check it out, and then the deans are confirming it's intact. The reason why students are complaining is because they don't understand how the GPA is calculated. Mathematically, explain how the GPA is calculated.
The chair, the panel. Thank you very much for the question. To my best knowledge, the GPA or the grade point average is calculated by the total average of all the credits, the credits points of each of the courses taking that particular semester divided by the credit hours, the total number of credit hours.
That's correct. Thank you.
I think we can proceed to item 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 questions, and then we come back to item 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Honorable JC Secretary, over to you. 6 questions, no follow-up, no preamble.
So I'm asking other matters. So you heard one of the students saying the SRC president is hiding some information. As SRC PRO, how will you handle that issue?
The chair, the panel, please, can you come again?
So you heard one of the students saying the SRC president is hiding some information. As the SRC PRO, what will you do?
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. Thank you, Her Leadership, for the question. So as the SRC PRO, if I hear that a student claims that the SRC president is hiding any information, I would first of all investigate what exactly the student claims to hear that the SRC president is hiding. And secondly, remind the students that the office of the public relations officer works in collaboration with the executive council to package all information and communicate the same information. Therefore, if the office of the PRO has not come out with any communique of any information, any other rumors should be discredited. Thank you.
All right. Who is next?
No question.
Right, Honorable Noad.
The chair, we have questions. Sometimes we give other panelists chance so that they don't say we are depriving them of their rights.
Understood.
Thank you. Without much ado, the chair, with your permission, can I proceed?
Proceed.
My question, one is on current affairs and one is on other matters. Can I proceed?
Proceed.
Thank you. On current affairs, I want you to give me the name of the current PRO, that is the office of which you are coming to assume, and then I want the name of the dean of student affairs. I also want the name of the head of UR, University Relations. Yes. And when it comes to, I think you should answer this before we go to other matters.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much. So the name of the current SRC Public Relations Officer is Honorable Ni Kwashi Saki. That's the name of the current SRC PRO. And with the name of the Dean of Student Affairs, she's in the person of Professor Emilia Esiedu Amwakun. With the head of University Relations, please pardon me, I do not record the name at this moment. Thank you.
The chair, an office should be working close with. She doesn't know the name. That is an eyesore. Sometimes it's just sad. You think about all these things and you ask them who tutors them, who coaches you. The chair, I'll use this bullet on another, so permit me to hide.
No problem.
Yes. Now, on other matters. I heard you are a chair of a committee. My sources is telling me that you are a chair of a committee. True or false?
True.
And
The chair, the panel, true.
you duly resigned. True or false?
The chair, the panel, that is true.
Good. Now, information from your committee is telling me that you have been an admin for almost all or most of the committees that we have on GCTU campus, or you are the admin of most of the committees. That when I say admin, like WhatsApp, true or false? Most of the groups on campus, you are in all the groups. True or false?
The chair, the panel, I belong to a lot of WhatsApp groups on campus, yes.
Yes, exactly. The information reaching me is that while she was the chair, she couldn't even utilize her position to even post a single flyer in her name. So the executives and my sources are scared that even an office of that caliber, you couldn't show your presence. What if when the Lord elevates you, how can you show your presence there? And I don't want to think you would act like that. So I want you to tell the House what happened and how is this different from the committee, because the committee is just aligning with PR. True or false?
That is true.
Yes. So the chair, if she's unable to defend this, I think we shouldn't even proceed with the next items, and we'll call her. Hopefully, when you defer, you can come back again for another forms, and we'll take care of you. Okay. In a nutshell, you'll be disqualified. So I think I'm giving you the chance to redeem yourself, madam.
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. Just as I am in a lot of WhatsApp platforms on campus, I do not have administration privileges in majority of them. And most of these platforms are locked to only admins to send messages. But I would beg to differ that in my time as the chair for media and communication, I executed my duties very well by sharing information, sharing flyers, both in the platforms I have administration privileges, platforms that are open for me to share such information, and on my WhatsApp status as well, if I've not mentioned that already.
The chair, I think she's not understanding. The
Make
problem
her
is,
understand. Make her understand.
in that committee, she was the chair. And the chair was not even circulating flyers.
Oh.
And the chair is even admitting to the fact that the group is locked, of which you are just media and entertainment committee. You can even request to be an admin just to share those information. So this is pushing my mind. Dear panelists, let's think about this. Even as the chair of media and entertainment, you couldn't seek request to be an admin. Then as a PR, I'm sure Honorable D here didn't become admin of all the groups just by one day or overnight. Honorable, is that possible? Yes. So as I was saying, my sources don't lie. And I'm giving you the last chance, or else the way is in your front. Infantiman. Infantiman.
The help of
That's it. I think this girl does not respect the house. I would like you to walk her out so that she comes back and she sees that we are not joking, with your permission. Let's proceed. Let her answer. The chair. Infantiman.
the help of creativity.
Better.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, first one, other matters. What is your general assessment of the current PRO? On a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate him? What will you do differently from what he has done throughout the year? And what legacy would you leave behind when elected as a PRO?
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. The chair, with your permission, I believe I wasn't able to defend myself with the Right Honorable Noah's question. So do I have your permission to proceed to answer the Right Honorable Speaker's question? Or do I have to go back?
Defend yourself.
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. So, Right Honorable and the panel, I believe that while I was chair for media and communication, I would beg to differ and once again discredit your sources. That in my time as chair for media and communication, I did my best to share all information that came on my table as and when I received them. Class groups, other platforms, and with seeking admin privileges, I approached several individuals. I believe I even approached the current ESA, Engineering Students Association, Public Relations Officer, to give me certain admin privileges in their platforms, especially as they have one community for their level 100 students. I also have more than one contact number. Therefore, I share information on all my WhatsApp platforms. Therefore, you may not see the name there to be Josephine Yadosa, but then the information or the flyer you may see is from me. Thank you very much.
Honorable Noah, would you like to ask a
The
follow-up
chair, the
question?
panel, if she says that, then I will do that because some of the usernames, I think they differ. Next time, I'll check the Mumu numbers and verify my sources. I'm sure if the username is different, your Mumu there, it's your Ghana card, it will surely be the same. So I'll let this slide and I'll speak to my sources. Thank you for the clarification.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You answer Right Honorable's question. Then from there, I think my PR has alerted me that he has a question for you. You take it from there. And then, all right, then, so, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be all. So, your 2 questions, his question, Honorable Emanuela, Honorable Phyllis, and that'll be all.
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. Right Honorable, to answer your question, if I recall correctly, you asked me, first of all, on a scale of 1 to 10, assessment of the current SRC PRO. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would... Okay, so my general assessment, I believe that the current SRC Public Relations Officer, Honorable Nikwashisaki, did his very best in executing his duties as the Public Relations Officer of GCTU. I will especially commend him for one discreditation notice he sent out some time ago regarding the former vice chancellor of the school, reminding students that he is no more the vice chancellor of the school. And certain information that were seen online to be claimed from the SRC were false. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate the Honorable PRO an 8 out of 10. An 8 because he did his best in sharing all information that came to him promptly, though some were on short notice, but then he did his best to make sure that all those publications went out as soon as possible. And I can testify to that as a former chair for media and communications. The legacy I want to leave behind. What will I do differently? I believe when elected, or if elected, what I would do differently is to encourage the executive council or executive officers, as well as encourage the office of the Dean of Student Affairs and University Relations to share announcements, informations, etc. with the office of the SRC PRO on time to be able to get such information to more students to enhance their participation. And the legacy I want to leave behind. If I pass vetting and elected as the SRC Public Relations Officer, to my best knowledge, I would be the first female SRC Public Relations Officer. And I'll do my best to leave a legacy behind where more females are encouraged to take up the office of public relations, and also encourage workshops and other initiatives that are in my plans to put in place. I'll do my best to put them or implement them in collaboration with the Executive Council, that those policies will last the test of time. Thank you.
So, current affairs. In a world where artificial intelligence has taken over everything that we do, how would you leverage on AI to tackle misinformation and then disinformation? Thank you.
The chair, the panel, please, can you come again with your question? Thank you.
In a world where artificial intelligence has taken over everything that we do, how would you leverage on AI to tackle misinformation and disinformation?
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. So in a world where AI is on top, I believe that if elected, I will do proper research when it comes to any information that I receive, not just using the AI tools to check whether the information I have received is true or false. Secondly, I'll use other AI tools to confirm whether certain content I have received are AI generated or they have human indicators that shows that whatever I have received or seen is written by a human being. Thank you.
Honorable Said, take over.
The chair, thank you for this wonderful chance.
Objection, Chairman. Yeah, so Chairman, he's talking on behalf of or talking as who?
Objection overruled. Proceed.
Chairman, I believe the vetting committee, we have reps who are supposed to talk. They have the voting rights and
Honorable Said, proceed.
The chair, thank you once again. Honorable aspirant, as an aspiring public relation, SRC public relation officer, I want to ask you, what does public relation means to you, and why is it important to the Student Representative Council? Thank you.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question. So, public relations means a lot to me, especially as a student who has been in the Media and Communications Committee for 2 academic years. Public relations depicts the image of whatever organization or institution you are representing or presenting for. Therefore, whatever you say or do doesn't just affect you, the public relations officer, but then it affects the image or how people see the institution or the organization you are coming from. Secondly, please, I would plead if you come again with your second question.
The chair, thank you once again. I was like, what does public relation means to you as an aspiring SRC public relation officer, and why is public relation important to the Student Representative Council? Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me your second question. So, if I believe I have satisfied the first question. Therefore, public relations officer is important because we represent the mouthpiece of the students, both to the students, the public relations officer or the office of the public relations is important to the SRC because, first of all, they represent the mouthpiece of the students to the executive council and to management. Secondly, the office of public relations is supposed to seek the welfare of the students and also foster good relations with between the students and the outside world.
All right, the chair, thank you. I believe I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Honorable Aquile, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, the chair, the panel. Please, my question to you, aspiring SRC PRO. So SRC week 2026 just wrapped up. So if you are being elected into the office of the PRO, what would you do differently in streaming it or publicizing it?
Thank you very much, the chair, the panel. Thank you, Honorable, for your question. I believe if elected for this position, I would first of all stand on the foundation laid in front of me by the current SRC public relations officer and build on that and improve wherever there are loopholes to be able to better stream the events or activities that take place during the next SRC week. Thank you very much.
Honorable Phyllis, the floor is yours.
No, I want to get something clear. Please, can you use a practical?
So, for example, one of the events that took place is the hackathon. And quite unfortunately, for one or two reasons, though not, I was not the chair at the time, so I don't know what reasons, but the event of the hackathon was not streamed. Therefore, certain students who do not know how the hackathon started or ended do not know how they would go about it if next time they want to participate. But then pictures were released. Pictures alone may not be enough for other students who would aspire to take up or participate in such an event the next time. So, God willing, next time a hackathon or any other event is taking place, it would be streamed live. Thank you very much.
Honorable Phyllis, the floor is yours.
Thank you, the chair. So to the honorable aspirants, kindly pay attention to the following scenario. All right. So now you're about to do SRC week. And as it turns out, rumors starts flying about that the SRC treasurer has misused funds and that the SRC president is in on it as well. As that rumor goes about, there are videos on social media being posted and flyers going about. Now the students' body gets wind of this news. They are agitated. They are very angry. And there are protests and demonstrations. So much so that the information has left the four walls of the school's boundaries and is with the media news. Now, I am a blogger from one of the media channels, say Bigo FM. I come to you. So once again, we are live on Bigo News, and I am here with Josephine Yadosa. She's the SRC PRO for GCTU, and would like to find out more on the misappropriation of funds from the GCTU SRC president and treasurer. Respond.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question. First of all, as PRO, I would discredit the act of stealing or embezzlement of funds, especially.
Sir, please respond. Respond.
I should respond as PRO.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for the question.
Please address the House correctly.
Thank you very much. The chair, the panel. Stealing or embezzlement of funds is an act that is against this institution's Student Representative Council Constitution, and it is an act that the society frowns upon. Therefore, it isn't an activity that students or management of GCTU encourage. The personnel involved, that is the SRC treasurer and the SRC president, will be investigated duly for whichever activity or whichever video has gone out regarding any embezzlement of funds, and the proper channels will be followed to make sure that if such information or such videos turn out to be true, they would face the right consequences. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now you've put out that statement. I was filming, and I've edited this to now say that you have now admitted that the SRC treasurer and the SRC president have indeed engaged in a misappropriation of funds, which is why there must be an investigation.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question. I believe that if you should share such content, edited and to remove the parts where I mentioned all the other information, I would request, first of all, that the full video releasing whatever I said in full is published for the public to hear exactly what I said. Thank you very much.
Okay, so in the meantime, whilst you are
Honorable
now
Phyllis, thank you. In light of that, I believe it has been established. Honorable Noad is very good at getting details when it comes to item 3. So I'll give him and only him the chance to ask a question, and then we can proceed to the next set. Thank you. The floor is yours, Right Honorable.
But Chairman, I've been raising my hand since. No, it's not objection. I want to ask question. Other matters and current affairs. I don't ask any question. Chairman,
Right Honorable Noad.
The chair.
is
Chairman,
yours.
you just tell me that you don't want me to ask my question, then I'll drop the microphone and drop my hand. You just tell me so that I'll drop the microphone that you don't want to allow me.
You are wasting time. Right Honorable Noad.
Oh, just
please
tell me.
Proceed.
Because
chair,
I've been raising my hand
I
since.
suggest you let it proceed, then we continue with the next item. The chair, with all due respect. The chair.
No, Chairman. You see, I raised my hands before others. You call them, thinking that when they are done, you call me to ask my questions as well. So you have to be.
If you
neutral,
actually
fair.
followed my counting, after Right Honorable Speaker Michael, I said Honorable Said, Honorable Aquile, Honorable Phyllis. Even His Excellency Ni raised his hand. You didn't raise your hand. I didn't count you.
Chairman, you
didn't
can ask
give you
them
the
if I
chance.
don't raise my hand. You can ask
Are
them.
you calling me a blind person?
The chair, I think
never said
the
that.
house is yours. So you should now decide who and
Right,
which item we should
Honorable
proceed.
Speaker.
So I should
Let's
drop the
proceed
microphone, right?
with item 3.
Chairman,
Thank you.
Should I drop the microphone?
I don't think I'll continue to engage you here. Right,
So I should drop the microphone, Chairman.
Right, Honorable Noad. Let's continue.
Chairman, should I drop the microphone? Yes or no?
The chair, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Now we are on the item 3, that is the policy statement. Thank you once again. Now, on your policy statement, you promise better communication channels and feedback loops. True or false in your policy statement?
True.
You are the one who did it, right?
Yes, please.
Yes. So I'm reading solely from it. Now, you promise us better communication channels and feedback loops. But you see, most of the students here, they already ignore official notice. So I want to know what exact method you will use in your first month to make sure this thing is implemented.
The chair, the panel, thank you very much for the question. So, as part of my policies stated in my policy statement, there's to be a SIM card initiative where all important communique from the SRC will be shared to the students through bulk SMSing, that students especially who do not come onto the internet or do not have internet access regularly can receive such informations promptly to be able to act on them as soon as possible. Thank you.
My fellow panelists, since this is a policy, I think if they have any follow-up on this policy answer that he has given, they can proceed with your permission, the chair.
I'll take only 2 submissions or questions and then we continue.
Thank you, the chair. So the phone I use accept just one SIM. And your policy, you also say you will send bulk messages through the SIM you will be giving out, right?
The chair, the panel. So with the SIM card initiative, it is not necessarily to have only one service provider, because students cannot be forced to use any particular they cannot be forced to use any telecom communication network. Therefore, it is optional that the students get the accredited SRC SIM card or to enroll on the closed user group system so that they can receive such SMSs from the SRC. Thank you.
Honorable Phyllis will be the last person.
The chair, before
The
even
chair.
Phyllis come, Honorable Phyllis come, then when she's done, with your permission, the normal assessments that we do in the house, I think you can proceed with that assessment so that we can all conclude on the score in item 3. Thank you.
The chair, thank you for the platform. So, to the honorable aspirant, I am saying in your policy, number 1, Code R evolution. Transform Code R into a one-stop student portal for real-time updates, innovation cases, and student information. Here is the case where former administrations, they have done a good job in terms of attempting to revive Code R. However, as it stands, to no avail. For the last 2 years, it has been dormant and inactive. So walk me through exactly what you are going to do, what challenges you are likely to experience, and how you intend to resolve them. Thank you.
The chair of the panel, thank you very much for the question. So, what exactly I am going to do to ensure that the CODA evolution is a success is to, first of all, collaborate with the Office of Dean of Students and University Relations, and personally seek sponsorship from, is to hopefully accept the amount of money or investment they are willing to put in the project and request or discuss the rest with the Executive Council that the remaining funds may be provided from the SRC coffers. If agreed upon, the submission will be made to the House